Hi, welcome to my diary of me learning to foil on a windsurf. Come from a windsurfing background, been windsurfing since '88 and kitesurfing since '99. Relatively good technique at both of them. Windsurfing, however, not particularly windsurfing fit anymore. So I thought it would be a good one to do for the fact that it's lighter wind. Everyone says that it's not quite as hard on your body, and also that you can go out into deeper water because you can uphill. I'm going to try and run each session that I go out with a real world appreciation of actually how this works. I've seen lots of videos, lots of people are very good, and it looks like you can get going in like 3 knots of wind, but what I wanted to try and do was to just a real world normal person learning how to foil. I've gone for the Nash setup. I've got for the Nash foil, and I also went for the Nash Hover 142, which is another reason I'm making this video, because there was very little information about the 142 anywhere on the internet. A couple of videos, there's not even really any information on the Nash website. So what I'm going to do is just show you some pictures of the board, show its dimensions, and what I'll do is I'll let you know how it performs. For the record, I'm 110 kilos, so the 142 with a sort of 10-12 kilo rig, you're looking at about 20 kilos or 20 litres spare to keep you up. So far I've actually managed to uphaul it no problem at all. Helitack, jibe, deep water starting, very little wind, so yeah, it does work really well, and yeah, it jacks along quite nicely. So what I'm going to try and do is give you a little bit, every time I go out, a little bit more of an insight. I've had a couple of sessions, and what I'll do is I'll just put a little bits of video towards the end of this one as to how I got on. So yeah, over to the board. Okay, as you can see, the board is the Nash 142 Hover. Really nice paint scheme on it. As you can see, there's no rear foot straps. I've been recommended for the moment to not use the rear foot straps. Give you a little bit more ability to move your foot around to find where the sweet spot is. Front foot straps as wide as possible so you can get in and out nice and quick, and as far forward as will happen. Mast track, I have no idea where to put the mast at the moment. I can't find any information as to where that is ideal, but at the moment I just put it in the middle. There is apparently a way of working out where it needs to be, measuring the front of your mast to the mast foot, but yeah, at the moment I just stick it in the middle. One thing you need to be very aware of when you are uphauling is you have to crawl onto the board. And when you crawl onto the board, you will invariably dent the board with your harness hook. As you can see, a couple of fairly big ones here and a very big one there. At the moment I don't really know how to stop that happening. I've tried rolling up on my side, but it doesn't work, so just be aware of that. The finish is really nice, very rough, which is nice obviously for gripping. However, if you're in a short suit, as it's summer at the moment, that's what happens, so be aware. Dimensions: 142 litres, 236 centimetres long, and only 77.5 wide. A lot of the companies are saying like 90 centimetres is what you want. I believe Nash have just decided that this is the bigger foil, so it doesn't need as much width, and you stand more upright on it. Yeah, nice colour scheme, really nice finish to it. Pads are really thick, very comfortable. Have a quick look underneath. And as you can see, the AA box, already a couple of scratches on there trying to fit it. And this central channel is designed to change the rocker when the board is actually on the foil. It's to keep the nose up once it's foiling. Yeah, really nice bit of kit, very light, incredibly stiff, but a little bit delicate. Very quickly, a couple of gotchas with this. When you're putting this together, if you look, you can see that it says front. As you can see, it's definitely not the front. It doesn't work. How to keep an idiot busy for a few minutes. I tried everything, and yeah, it definitely doesn't work. So when you come to put this together, ignore that and put it together as it works. It does actually go this way up, and the bracket is held in with 3 screws. Don't intermix the screws, they are designed to go in the places they need to be. Make sure you grease everything, because you've got aluminium, and obviously salt water is not good. Wash it off every single time you use it. And in the back here you can see the little adjustment to give a little bit of lift and extra. First problem I had was, as I was undoing this little screw here has a nut on the back, and that popped off and that disappeared into the grass, and I couldn't find it. So it has a habit of undo and it'll pop off, so just be aware of that. Instruction manual, just make sure you've got all the right things and all the right pieces. I've heard of someone who wanted a windsurf one and ended up getting a kitesurf one, so make sure it's the right size.